The seminar is just into two sections. The first section just ended with our mentor, Mr. Bamidele. I won't want us to go on a short break again. I would just want to share with us some few slides. We'll go through the slides and we'll call it a day. Share with us the slide in a couple of minutes. Share screen. Please, can you see my screen? Can we all see my screen?
Yes, I can see.
All right.
Yes, I can see.
I'm just a very small boy, just trying to add something to what my mentor have said, Mr. Bamidele. And in the course of the night, I just prepared these 8 fundamental truths on beginning again. And at the far end of the slide, I said, if you faint by the way, of what benefit is it? So the first truth about beginning again is a life is a journey. It has a beginning and it has an end. Everybody with his or her own race. We are all striving for significance. The second truth is a man in his nature is fallible. That is, in our quest for significance in life, our quest for greatness, we are bound to make mistakes. In between the beginning of the journey and the end of the journey, we are bound to experience several falls and rise. And at the base of this slide, I said no one is above mistake. The third truth is that it is okay to fall. And remember, loss is also part of the game. Many times we worry ourselves over failures and loss we experience in life. But I'm here to tell us today that it's okay for us to fall. Besides, you won't be the first person to fall. Understand the reason for the fall and have a plan, a strong plan to rise again. So the fourth truth, most falls are set up for a greater comeback. When you look at the picture on the slide, this is the picture of a famous inventor, Thomas Edison. And look at, behind every fall, there is always a lesson for us to learn. Mr. Bamidele have shared with us lines to motivate us, and I'm also sure there were times when he fell, there were lessons he picked up. Look at what Thomas Edison said. He said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. 10,000 lessons. If I fall today, I will rise again. The fifth truth, rising after a fall may be difficult, but you can do it. In all honesty, rising after a fall can be difficult, but let the motivation to succeed set you back on your track. There is a popular saying by the worry people. They say, worry no, they carry last. The motivation can be as simple as that. Let the motivation to succeed always keep you on your track. The sixth truth, no doubt, limitations exist. Look at the picture I just had on the slide. This is the picture of Nick Vujicic, a man that has no hands. In fact, he has no leg, but yet is a man to reckon with in our world today. Truly, these limitations exist, but if they are truly limiting factors, I'm sure no one would have succeeded today. But those who have succeeded in time past, great inventors of the past, are people who have learned to turn their limitation to their motivation. Are you looking at yourself in such a way that you are always unhappy, angry with yourself, like, why am I like this? Turn that into your motivation and come on, you can do better. The seventh truth, you need more of you to rise than more of people. Oftentimes we look outside to people. We depend more on people. We look as if all the solution lies in the hand of people. But the truth is this: if it is to be, it is in your hand. And this is the most important of all the truth. Life will end one day. What do you want to leave behind? What legacy do you want to leave behind? It is, like I said, it is okay to fall, but it is not okay for you to remain in the fall. A whole lot of lives are tied to you. When you get it right, many lives are blessed. But when you give up in the middle of the journey, many lives that are attached to you tend to suffer. So I encourage us today, just like Mr. Bamidele had said, irrespective of the situation we might be passing through at the moment, let us remain strong and never give up. Let me read this to us to conclude. Many of life failures are people who do not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. This is just a very beautiful quote by Thomas Edison. Many times we are close to success, but because of our impatience to keep pushing, we give up. And then success becomes a mirage. If there's anything I want us to take home today, is tenacity. Is for us to develop that spirit of never giving up. Yes, people might not really follow your dream at the initial stage. Don't let that weigh you down. People might talk you down. You might get rejections on several occasions. But as a man that has a dream and a vision, let that not weigh you down. One of the reasons why we have decided to come up with this as an organization, the Achievers Gathering Nigeria, is because we see the year 2021 as a great year for every one of us. A year that would love to do more impactful work. And we see that this is not what we can do by ourselves. So we have decided to gather ourselves together, members of the organization and even friends and colleagues from different parts of the world. We have decided to give ourselves this kind of motivation, early motivation, to position ourselves for the opportunities the year 2021 has to offer. So once again, I would love to encourage us. We'll be coming up with more of these programs, coupled with some of the leadership training and the trainings on data science and some other impactful programs we'll be coming up with. So we would love to have you give us your full support at every time we come up with this. And once again, I want to thank everybody who had left one thing or the other to be a part of us today. More importantly, let me see, maybe my mentor is still on the platform. I want to sincerely appreciate my mentor, Mr. Bamidele Oni. Many of the things, let me say this to everyone here. Many of
Yeah.
many of the things I learned today, many of
Mm.
the things that you see playing out in the Achievers Gathering are things I learned from Mr. Bamidele Oni. Yes, I met him as an undergraduate, and then I was this kind of person that was always bothered about giving out to my community, bothered about impacting lives, because I see that as a major reason why I exist. And I was so glad to be tutored under Mr. Bamidele. He gave me the privilege, gave me the opportunity to talk to people, and working with him has been such an eye-opening. I want to use this medium to say thank you, sir. I learned a lot from your platform. And just like I've been saying all through the while, this is just like an encouragement to me too. The place you are now might not be your final destination. You might have like a goal ahead and it's not forthcoming at the moment. It is not the time. This is not the time for you to give up. Just like what Thomas Edison has said there. Many a times we are closer to success, but we don't know and we give up. Then who enjoys the success? I want to encourage us to please, we'll be doing a lot of more impactful work. I want to encourage us to join us, be a part of us to impact lives. We'll be visiting homes, less privileged, secondary schools, remolding young people, and winning them for a better cause. But this we can't do alone. We would need you. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much. Mr. Bamidele, sir, do you have like a closing word for us?
Well, I just wanted to say thank you so much for bringing this up. It's how to put it. It's one thing that everybody needs to inspire us, even as we start the new year. The year has been a challenge. I mean, the previous year has been a challenging year, and I believe 2021 will be a great time for us to restart again and pick up from where we stopped in the previous year. Um, Give it your best, and with God, nothing shall be impossible. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you very much, sir. So let me send this quick announcement. Next month, we'll be having a boot camp for those of us that want to learn data science. It's gonna be, it's not gonna be free. We would have loved to make it free, but a token will be attached to it to support the organization and to motivate some of our resource persons. So if you're interested in learning data science with R and Python, we would be having a boot camp next month, February. So if you are not on the group, I would love you to request for the link to be a part of us on the group so that you could get regular updates on our trainings, our seminars, and other impactful programs of ours. Thank you very much for your time. And for those of us that have taken it upon ourselves to share the good news of this seminar, I know a lot of people have shared it on their status and some had invited their friends to be a part of this training. I want to say a big thank you. Till we see in our next program, the boot camp, I want to say God bless you. Thank you.